What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and enjoying freedom. It's a great day to have a great day. It's a great day to talk about and have ownership of some real deal money. That's right, I'm talking that real deal silver and also that real deal gold. In today's video, we have to talk about some of the records silver has been breaking this year in 2025, with still a couple of weeks to go before we close out the year. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for a bunch of videos. Subscribe to my second channel for bonus videos, and make sure to follow me on social media at Mykie DYDSS across all platforms. Instagram for some coin photography, TikTok for some little video snippets, and of course X. X is where the party's at. X is where I share all of my thoughts on precious metals, business stocks, real estate, financial news, AI, memes, the list goes on. All of my socials will be linked in the description for your convenience, and I'm also going to be including some Amazon affiliate links in case you need some silver or gold stacking supplies, maybe some prepping or camping supplies. Those will all be linked in the description as well. Alright, so without any further ado, we got to talk about silver. And I want to start off by talking about the spot price of silver. As I'm filming the video, it's Saturday, so the market's closed. We're going off of where things closed off Friday night, last night. But it's Saturday, December 6th, 2025 at 2:37 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Spot price of silver is $58.27. That's right. It was up $1.22 on the day prior to yesterday's close, up 2.14%. A strong, solid day for the beautiful white metal. Spot price of gold, same day, same time. It's actually down just a hair. It's $4,197.30, which doesn't sound like it's down, but it's down just a hair. It's down $9.90 on the day, or down 0.24%. That's where precious metals closed yesterday. We're going to get a little bit more insight tomorrow night, and even more insight come Monday morning. But let's also quickly talk about where everything else is currently at. The S&P 500, for example, the stock market, where it closed yesterday, up 0.18%. A mild green day, up by just a hair. Not the craziest activity this week. And then, of course, Bitcoin, currently down 0.32%. Now, Bitcoin doesn't have a market where it's like, okay, we close on weekends and on holidays. No, Bitcoin is 24/7, 365. So it has the ability, and it has had the ability, to continue falling despite the markets being closed. Down for the year, 4.26%. That's right, Bitcoin, year to date, unlike every single thing else, is underwater this year. And speaking of Bitcoin, I don't know how much of a fan of Bitcoin you guys are. I'm personally not the biggest fanatic, but I do believe in the power of diversification. So if you're with me on that, or maybe you're a big-time Bitcoin guy, then maybe this is something for you. I recently opened up the Gemini Bitcoin credit card. It gives you crypto back instead of cash back. You can choose whatever crypto you want. I went with Bitcoin. And the cool thing is it gives you 4% back at the gas station, 3% back at restaurants, 2% back on groceries, and 1% back on everything else. They have a promo going on right now through the 7th where you get 5% back on absolutely everything, which is pretty cool. And with Bitcoin being down right now, means you're getting a little bit more Bitcoin back than you would if Bitcoin were still up. So that could be a major win right there. You can go to the website and get it yourself. You don't have to use my referral link, but if you want to use mine, it means we each get a $50 bonus if you're approved and make a $100 crypto transaction. That's all you got to do. I will leave my referral link in the description section down below. So, away from Bitcoin, away from stocks, away from everything, I want to talk about silver and silver only. I'm not even going to be talking about precious metals as a whole. I'm going to be talking about silver. Because silver is breaking some records this year. Silver has all kinds of momentum this year. And what's crazy is if you watch the video that I posted, I think it was, I don't know, maybe on Thursday, probably Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I posted a video talking about how silver saw the highest close in history. Now, where it closed was a tad bit higher than where it closed yesterday upon the Friday close. It was closer to, I believe it was close to $58.60, somewhere in that range. Where it's at right now is $58.27. So we're not quite there, but that was the highest close in history. That was record breaker number 1. Record breaker number 2, I guess you can say, has happened multiple times over the last few months because silver reached a brand new all-time high 2 months ago. It surpassed $50. It hit $51. You want to know what it's done between then and present day? It hit $52, another new all-time high, $53, $54, more all-time highs, $55, $56, $57, new all-time highs, and then this week, $58 for the first time ever in history. $58 silver. A little bit higher. Right now, $58.27. Earlier this week, we saw $58.50, $58.60. Brand new all-time high. Another broken record. And not only that, I personally don't like to count the futures, silver futures, but the day that silver hit $58 for the first time, I want to say this was on Wednesday, silver hit $58 an ounce for the first time ever. And then upon market close for the day, if you looked at the silver futures, it actually touched $59. So I don't know if you want to count that or not. I personally don't. But either way, more records being broken. We can also look at the year-to-date performance. And while we do so, I'm also going to be mentioning a couple of the other markets. That way you can kind of get a feel for how silver is performing and how it is in the race against everything else. Silver year-to-date is up 102%. That, ladies and gentlemen, is absolutely bonkers. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is friggin' bananas. Do you understand what it takes for anything to see a 100+ return year to date? Now we're nearing the end of the year, so we can almost get away with saying it surpassed 100% for the entire year of 2025. And that is what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping we can actually step from 2025 into 2026 and maintain that 100+% return. That way we can say, oh, in 2025, we saw a 100+ return. I don't want to say 99%. Who's got time for those skimpy numbers? 100+%. Looking at 102% right now. Another record breaker of a year. Year to date so far, I should say. But got a couple of weeks to go. And the next couple of weeks look bright to me. So those are the main record breakers that I wanted to talk about. But we can also take a look at how other asset classes are performing this year. And we can talk about how silver is blowing all of them out of the water, which you can also consider a form of breaking records as well, compared to gold, for example, which, by the way, is having a gorgeous year. up about 60% year to date so far. Just because silver is dominating gold this year doesn't take away from the fact that gold is having a magnificent year. 60%? Are you kidding me? That's huge. What a massive year for gold. What about the stock market? Stock market is having a rock solid year as well. It's up between 16 and 17% year to date, which, by the way, we can't just take the precious metals return at the moment and let that cast a shadow on the stock market being up 16, 17% and be like, oh, crappy returns. No, 16, 17% is considered amazing of a year. So it just goes to show how unbelievable of a year the precious metals are having. I've been saying it for months. I'll take 16, 17% all day, every day. That is what I want. Come to find out, when it comes to precious metals, we're getting 60% and 100+%. Huge. Bonds, last I checked, were up about 2%. I know they're down a little bit from there, so it's somewhere between 0 and 2%. I've seen they're at 0% year to date. I've seen 1.5% year to date. Either way, somewhere in the 0 to 2% range. And then, of course, Bitcoin is down over 4.25% year to date. So compared to everything else, compared to bonds, compared to Bitcoin, compared to the stock market, and even compared to gold, silver is dominating. 100+% year to date so far. Like, it's not even close. Like, it's not even like it's not even neck and neck. We can't just be like, oh man, everything's doing so well, but silver's doing a tad bit better. No, silver is miles ahead of everything right now. Year to date, with only a couple weeks left, silver's crushing everything right now. And it's been the entire year. This isn't just some random spike we're seeing out of nowhere. No, silver has been outperforming everything all friggin' year. 2025 is the year of the silver, as far as I'm concerned. So silver's been breaking records. Silver's been killing it. Silver's been doing its thing. It's been trucking along, and it has just been like, it's looking in the rear view mirror at everything else this year. It's insane. It's a crazy ride we've been on, and it's been fun. I'm looking forward to the next couple of weeks. Because sure, we are almost certainly going to be seeing another Fed rate cut. That's good news for the economy, but it's also bad news for silver. But at the same time, simultaneously, we are moving into mid-December. It is Christmas season, and we are going to see a lot of people spending a crazy amount of money on jewelry, on cars, on electronics, on a lot of products that rely very heavily on silver. So that might keep things roughly where they're at. I don't know. I mean, we're going to have to wait and see. But either way, I'm excited for the next couple of weeks. And I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know, what do you think the next record silver is going to break will be? Do you think we're going to be seeing $60 silver by year's end? I mean, we got a couple of weeks to go and we're like right there. So I would not surprise me at all. If I had to put a bet on it, I would say we probably will be seeing $60 an ounce silver by year's end, which would be absolute insanity. But time will tell. Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. If you guys like today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for bonus videos, and make sure to follow me on social media at Mykie DYDSS across all platforms, Instagram for some coin photography, TikTok for some little video snippets, and of course X. X is where the party's at, people. X is where I share all of my thoughts on precious metals, business stocks, real estate, financial news, AI, memes, the list goes on. All of my socials will be linked in the description for your convenience, and I will also be including some Amazon affiliate links in case you need any silver or gold stacking supplies, maybe some camping or prepping supplies. All of those will be linked in the description as well. And once again, I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. When it comes to silver breaking all kinds of records this year, what do you think the next record silver is going to break? What do you think silver is going to do next? Do you think we're going to see $60 an ounce silver? Do you think maybe by year's end we're going to be seeing, I don't know, 110% returns on the year? Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one. Don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.